Greetings. I'm Jonas Hunts. Broadcast. Different energy than yesterday. I was barely hanging in there. I had a technology meltdown, and then my mic stopped working and my webcam stopped working. And because I have two different mics here, the main one I use for this, supposed to be a higher end one, was to have better, if I'm talking a lot, supposed to have a better frequency, more of a CD sound. I know that probably can't tell, but it's supposed to be a higher quality sound. Probably don't tell anything, but anyway. And it's no longer working. I went to plug it in. I changed the USB throughout the USB, thinking that was a problem, and the whole thing is toast. So I got another one. Luckily, I got another one here. So this it kind of had like a not too high end mic, but it didn't work with anything. It doesn't work with Skype. Doesn't work with Zoom. It works with this. It's bizarre. It doesn't work with Google Hangouts, and you don't know that before you get these things. It's like, they don't tell you that your high end mic is retarded. It's like it's a stupid mic. So, it has a better audio quality overall. You probably can't tell by the human ear, but at least they say it's better. I don't know. So, yeah, I had to. It wasn't working with anything. I sent it back, I think, twice. This is about over a year ago. I don't remember how long I've had it, but I think I had it for like 2 years. So. So, all right, greetings. So all systems go. This is Marduk, timeline creation, and we're going to the Pleiadians. I'm not sure if I'm going to channel the Pleiadians or just go into their energy field and go through all their closet and all their stuff going on. Go into their skeleton closet. So, through an Anunnaki point of view. Something like that. So, no, it's not a bashing thing or anything like that. It might sound like that, but just different points of view. I don't think many get that point of view of different beings. So, yeah, okay. It's been a interesting day. Hopefully this works. Okay, this is imto.com. My private sessions. Scheduler, we're on channel. Google Hangout Zoom channel on my phone. But yeah, shop here. Of course, I can't remember what day it was. I think it was like the 17th I'm on, maybe, or the 16th still. Same situation here. Their channel is here as I do recommend social network, grab it. And other things going on. So, yeah, and the energy's been shot for 2 weeks, probably more than that. For me to do extra stuff, extra anything. So, should be back on the bandwagon for that. Yeah, after the conventions are over, I feel a lot better. I feel like I was taking a beating for 2 months, for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I think it was 3 weeks actually. Jeez, it's like it was a war in astral. I don't think it was just the Anunnaki I was bringing. That might have something to do with it, but it's just other stuff. Like a doormat. So anyway, okay, all right. We're going to, okay, here we go. Blessings. All right. Greetings to you. This is Marduk. We're also connected to many Atlantean energies. Your framework of existence. Yes, the spirit world wants to learn more about itself. So here you are today, learning the lower depths of yourselves, but also the higher dimensions. If you can bring heaven into hell to heal the hellish realities of your existence here. So that's what this is about. A lot of Anunnaki beings, as talented as they are, open up the lower realms for humans to play with. So Atlantis brought it open, but they opened up many holes within the lower dimensions. A lot of it was in the Middle East, as is why it is the way it is today. Of course, throughout the world, there's lower dimensional energies. There are some places, yes, where you have mountains that are singing at this time. That is healing the hurt of the world and bringing it in a higher dimensional energy. So you will hear more mountains singing, also the oceans singing themselves. They do sing in places, but it's not normally heard. Your northern lights, I believe in Norway, yes, is a energy of the higher dimensions. So what we are here to tell you, you are connecting more to your alien selves, taking yourselves more seriously. You're going through this channeling and others, there's somewhere are going back into the past to show, yes, there is a great amount of maturity to allow the past to be re-examined, re-understood, so you can follow your path here. So you're opening up timelines that have been lost of the past. As there's mysteries of the past, you can unlock them with their own energies. Everybody has their own point of view. Remember that. It is very important. As some humans here are there to close those timelines. Some are called them spiritual teachers. They have their own, yes, this is a psychic war going on right now. A wizard war. You're not always seeing on the surface. Yes, no one's wearing wizardry energy, clothing. So it's a little bit harder to find. But there are spiritual teachers that are here to shut down the timelines, as you are here to open them up. And usually the ones that are here to open them up aren't the fanciest looking beings. A lot of you are plain beings. They don't look too exciting. You don't have any followers on YouTube. You're just not fancy. But that's kind of the point. What matters is that you know yourself. Attention and glare means nothing. So those that, even in Hollywood, obviously get tested. Here, we'll give you $1 million, $2 million, all these millions. What you're going to do with it? And some just say the hell with it, throw it all out. We don't have any names for who that does that, but it does exist. Because it's terrifying. Because it's like putting financial chains around you. So sometimes the most, just attraction, being attractive isn't always what matters. And that's what Anunnaki beings are teaching humans. Now, if they learned it or not, because usually they were tempted by the dark side to wear glamour and, fanciness and to, look attractive. I mean, you can look attractive, but some take it to a whole new level, where there's manipulation. There's attractiveness, and then there's manipulative attractiveness. You can be attractive all you want. Just be yourself, look plain Jane, whatever it is, or plain male, whatever. But there's others that want to look fancy and, because they want to hide their insecurities, but also manipulate like a snake, basically. To move in and take you over. Quite frequent, quite the normal on your planet, isn't it? Yes, that was the other thing about Pleiadian energies. Yes, they are of a positive vibration. They help love energies to come through, but some did come as a manipulative vibration also. Yes, to be good, too good to be true. As Anunnaki beings were feared, Pleiadian beings, those of a manipulative energy, we realize it's not all of them. There's just a manipulative energy. They seem to have swooped in just kind of moved in with their attractiveness and took over society, as you are experiencing it today. So, of course, with their beauty and their attractiveness, it's very hard to break free of that. Yes, it's very much in your media of clothing, the materials within it has a hypnotic energy around it, especially the color red. We don't have many people walking around with red eyes for good reason. Some come through green, blue, but some of you might sense a red eye, when you see a manipulative energy of a person through your media or wherever, you might feel a red eye there somewhere. You can say it's a reptilian eye, you can say whatever it is, or a Pleiadian eye. Red is just such a powerful energy. Now, it can be used for good, but others use it for control. Yes, it has blood, just has an attractive hypnotic energy wrapped around it. As you are opening up the realms of your existence here, you're healing the lower astral realms now understand, as you can see, the lower astral realms, want to make this world the normal. You have to go to your job, you have to look a certain way, talk a certain way. That's the lower dimensions making hell a normal place. So as you break free of that, of course, your churches aren't going to say that. Go to work, do it, give it to God. Who is your God exactly that you're giving it to? So, to understand your higher dimensional frequencies is not as... See, that's what the Anunnaki, we're looked at as like, the creatures of the abyss. Understood, but once again, we unlocked much of the lower realms for humans to learn from it. They were open. We're just there to open the doors. And humans wanted to know also. It's not just us trying to. So there's a family reason behind it. It's not just us. Now, that's to say, yes, we're not trying to make ourselves look good. Far from it. A lot of Anunnaki beings that were male became female after this after this world. The feminine brought such an impression on many males that being a female just felt right to them. Yes, it changed their gender completely. You would never know it was a male energy in the beginning. Of course, you're all normally your male and female energy. You don't really have a sex, really. In spirit, not really. You might seem like you do, but you really don't. But some do gradual take on a male or a female normally. Through the incarnation process builds it. Even as a spirit being, as you're developed, you usually you pull towards a certain gender, or vice versa genders. We're not going to go into that. But everybody has their own way of growth. It's been, you take a male, it's like you learn more as a male, you learn more as a female. Everybody chooses their way of growth. As a spirit being, you always want to reach out. It's like a baby in a crib. You want to jump out of that crib. So in spirit world, as joyous and perfect as it is, you want to go out to the Wild West of incarnations and see what happens. For better or for worse. And then this world was created. This world was created through imagination, meaning that thoughts, feelings of a world of challenge is much more to it than just challenge, but to truly open up the soul, to truly take the soul to its lowest level. This is one of the worlds, not the world. But also, what can you learn from that? What can happen after abuse? Through mental or physical abuse, what do you do with yourself? It's what you do in the aftermath. You already put yourself in that test, so what is the outcome of it? You decide. Many feel like you have no free will here. You do on certain levels, yes. You might not be the millionaires you all wish to be, but you do have a choice of making a good day or a bad day. Of course, some days are... You make it a good day, even if you feel like this is the worst day of my life. You still have a choice there. Yes, the Pleiadian vibrations that were brought here was to, yes, heal the darkness of the earth. But a lot of those Pleiadians end up mimicking and becoming that darkness with beauty and became very difficult to heal. As Anunnaki beings and reptilian beings, usually if we're not very friendly, you usually can get some idea, even Orion beings, but not always with the Orions. The Orions learn how to cloak their energy, where it's difficult to tell. But the Pleiadians have mastered that, where it's even more difficult to tell now. So the timelines are here to awaken is the past. Yes, there's fragments of it. Your television, Ancient Aliens has a vibration there. There's nothing wrong with any of those things. It's like little third-dimensional tippy toes into the past. Because as you connect with the past, you're unlocking energies for your reality. It's like you're unlocking. It's like a chest of like an ancient chest you found under the ocean, or it's been in your home, not allowed to be open. You open it up and you find out about your family tree. You find out about your history. So as you dive in energy-wise into the past, on a spiritual level, more of the light opens up. That is what you're here to do. That's also my call for exit. I think I've said enough. The other beings here, I believe so. Greetings. We are the Atlanteans. The gateways of your past, yes, are meaningful. The rivers of the soul, a difficult place to see. There are many moons connected to your earth that you do not see in your physical eye. Moons of knowledge that brought many souls into this earth's incarnation. The incarnation cycles comes from your moon. You incarnate through the moon. Many moons, actually. It is an energy that connects you to the earth. As you are, spirit is always connected to the universe. It connects to your sun, to your moon, to your earth. Now, how you enter your earth is up to you. Through Agartha, through the mountain energies, through the ocean. Your ocean is yes, as its waters begin to rise, is yes, showing your vibration is rising with it. So as you connect more to your oceans, you'll feel more of your past come alive. Atlantean past is healthy to connect to, but also can be very dense. Because you also see our flaws, where we went wrong. Not necessarily with the human, but with ourselves. The human chooses their own course, but Atlanteans are not known to fight among ourselves or even destroy ourselves. So we created a whole nother energy here, or found a new energy here we've never known of. And this is why a lot of souls here have tattoos. They want to remember their past. They want to remember the history of the earth. They want to remember who they were. They're a different person now, but they're bringing that vibration from the past to the current. It's knowledge. There is, yes, a serpent being of your past that was not always understood. You can say that was a downfall of Atlantis, not to fully accept the serpent. So the serpent, you say, destroyed mankind. The Anunnaki added the serpent to their energy field, but a lot of Atlanteans will not add the serpent to their own DNA. Now it was added to the human DNA of you are what you are, your ancestors, but many of the ancient Atlanteans chose not to. So they didn't understand the serpent, and you say it was destroyed by it. Of course, there's many different ways of looking about that. What is the knowledge of the serpent? It was understood, but many Atlanteans felt like they didn't have to learn it for themselves. Let the humans figure it out. Let them experience that. Atlanteans stayed away from it, but not realizing we got, by what we, not all, but many did ignore. That's where most affected took us down. The deep intelligence of the serpent energies, basically it's not manipulated, it's power. It's power over the mind. So you can see we Atlantean beings saw how weak we were. And humans are kind of feeling that too. There's always a mourning throughout history. A mourning energy. Do you feel like there's what is humanity mourning for? Ancestries, mistakes. It might not be the mistake of your grandparents or your recent ancestors, but your ancient ancestors. Of yes, having a great amount of power and then losing it forever. Atlanteans that had yes, just amazing abilities and then just to lose it. Many of you feel that today. You feel like you have power, but you can't reach it due to a mistake of the past. You feel that mistake, don't you? It's there. It's not always very loud, but it's very quiet energy. It's very heavy on society. It was like we could have, humanity's saying through its energy, we could have been so much more. Like our parents misguided us, taught us wrong, fooled us, you can say. As many humans here have difficulties with their own parents, or your alien parents were foolish beings. We didn't realize our own potential. As even Atlantean teachers were not warning themselves of our own mistakes. Once we added the reptilian energy to it was already too late. We already lost our power, basically. That's when the darkness took in. And those that did have the Atlantean reptilian, did have much darkness onto the earth. They didn't understand it, know how to handle it, and it just went crazy. So, in your current life, imagine you feel there's a, once again, we're going to repeat this, a mourning energy, a longing to reconnect to your own abilities. So healing the past. That's why channeling the past, because there's some parts of the past you don't always want to see. It is hurtful. It is unfriendly for many reasons. But as you, not just your past, but the world's past. It's kind of like we're forgiving the history of the earth. Forgiving your ancient ancestors. Because there is a little bit of anger there towards the ancestor, alien ancestor, Anunnaki, to Atlantean beings. How can you let this happen to the world and not tell us anything? Because all the information is so fragmented. It's not clear of what happened to the world. Yes, you get messages here and there, but not the full in-depth understanding. Yes, it is not the fantasy world of positivity to give you a false idea of your past. The truth of it, yes, many of your aliens let your world down. Yes, there's a lot to learn from that. So,